This is Jamal with Battle Mixed Martial Arts. This technique is going to be our stack pass that we like to use from our standing guard break. So we call it like the butt block pass. You'll see why. And there are many different ways to do a stacking pass. Every school has a variation of a stacking pass. This is just one that I prefer, especially for white, blue, purple belts. It works fantastically with those belts. Brown and black belts, they typically are not going to let you elevate their hips as high, so it might not work as well with them, but the concepts will play over to the upper belts. So this is just one variation of a stacking pass. We're going to show many different variations of a stack pass in the future. So put this in your arsenal and your guard passing is going to increase greatly. Also, we did it this week, no gi, just so you can see that there's no big difference between gi and no gi. I know we're in this whole no gi revolution battle. Just don't grab grips. If you like to roll no gi, you don't need a special day of the week dedicated to no gi. Just roll with your partners and just don't grab their gi. So take a look at the technique, put it into your repertoire, and good luck grappling.
So the first thing is that we do this off of our standing guard break, which we covered last week. So I immediately switch my grip back. I put my elbow to my belly button. This must be done because that keeps my left arm out of that triangle position. That way I'm not one arm in, one arm out. The next thing I do is I take his leg and I load it on my shoulder. I do this by coming under the knee. So we're going to go really slow. I open up the guard. I switch my grip back to my original hand and I slither my shoulder underneath his leg. Notice that I'm reaching in between his crotch and my body. I'm not reaching behind my back like I'm drawing a pistol at his ankle. Okay, I make sure I slither under the leg. That way I'm not trying to curl his leg up because he's a big guy. We'll be able to do this to anyone no matter what their size is. So by getting my shoulder to come underneath the knee as opposed to grabbing his leg and trying to throw it on top of my shoulder, I'm just using body leverage to be more efficient in getting that leg on top of my shoulder. So do not curl the leg, slither your shoulder underneath the knee. The next thing I do is I grab his trapezius. I'm doing this no gi, so I just cup grip his trap. If he's wearing a gi, I put my thumb in the collar. So why we call it the butt block stack is because now I lift his butt up and I use my knee to keep his hips elevated. So from the side and slow, once again, I cup the trapezius, I grab his butt, I lift it up, and then I put him on top of my lap. When I elevate his hips, it takes his hips out of the fight. So from the back, you can see how I'm just keeping his hips up as high as possible, making him really uncomfortable, putting a lot of weight on his neck. So that's our whole goal, is to take his hips out of the fight. That makes the pass a lot easier, and is also going to put enough leverage so we can finish the choke. Okay, so step number 5 is the actual passing part of the legs. So I'm going to elevate the hips, and ideally I'm just going to drop my elbow of the hand that was grabbing the trapezius. I'm going to drop that to the mat, finishing that paper cutter like choke. If I can't finish that choke, I'm going to slowly melt around the legs. I'm not whipping my head around. I'm not moving extremely quickly. I want to go as slow as possible. That way he's extremely uncomfortable and he does not try to stop the pass. If you have a great stack pass, your opponent should basically be begging you to pass their guard because they're so uncomfortable. So the complete technique, standing up, switch my grip back. You see me slide underneath the knee. I get the cross grip on the trapezius, lift, block the butt, and then slide slowly around the legs. Make him as uncomfortable as possible. This is not a speed technique. This is slow and painful, just like marriage. So make sure you subscribe, watch our other videos. We're going to get you from a 0% grappler to elite. Thank you.